Title: She smiled at them from the water, then vanished. The discovery: the lake didn't have a name on any official map. To the locals, it was just the old reservoir, the one tucked 2 miles into the tree line, past unmarked trailheads and rotting fence posts. It wasn't a place you stumbled across. You only reached it if you already knew it was there. And for brothers Michael and JJ, that was the whole appeal. They had been fishing there since they were barely teenagers. Live bait, bluegill, quiet summer evenings where the woods swallowed sound. A private tradition. A place untouched. At least, that's what they had always believed. The night it happened was in late October, the kind of cold that isn't sharp yet, just present, waiting. The sun was sinking behind the trees, turning the water matte and black. The last birds had already gone silent. The brothers sat on a formation of rocks they always used, baiting hooks and casting lines without much thought. They had done this 100 times. But that night, the water wasn't still. Michael noticed the ripples first. But slow, purposeful. At first he assumed it was a fish, maybe something larger than usual, until the shape rose. A dark mass, lifting from the center of the lake, upright, steady, human, and not someone swimming. Someone who had been under the water, still motionless. For minutes, both brothers froze. The shape stood chest deep, swaying gently, hair slicked down the back. The water around her rippled, but her movements were smooth, almost rhythmic, like the lake itself moved with her. There was no splash, no gasp, no sign she had taken a breath at all. The brothers whispered, trying to rationalize. A diver? A late swimmer? Something harmless? But the water was near freezing, and the lake was remote. There were no vehicles, no campsite, no footprints. Nobody ever came here except them. Minutes passed. The figure didn't leave, didn't react, didn't acknowledge them, until she submerged again, straight down. No kicking, no ripple, just gone. JJ started a stopwatch. 1 minute. Approaching 3. Before the 3-minute mark, she surfaced again, but 1/5 the distance from them. Closer. Facing them. The fading light revealed details. Long brown hair. A dark green suit. Pale shoulders slick with water. And an expression that didn't match the situation. She smiled. So slow. Too calm. "Hi," she called out, voice light, almost playful. Neither brother responded. She floated effortlessly, like the lake was holding her up, not gravity. Her teeth chattered, not from cold, but from amusement. "Come swim," she said. "It feels good." Michael told her the water was freezing. She laughed, not a natural laugh, more like someone who had learned what laughter should sound like. "You'll get used to it," she said. "You get used to anything if you stay long enough." JJ asked if she was training. She smiled wider. "Something like that." Then, slowly, deliberately, she began to close the distance between them, body half submerged, gliding instead of swimming. And for the first time, her expression flickered. Not playful, not friendly, expectant, like she already knew what their answer should be. When the brothers declined and began to pack up, everything changed. Her voice snapped into something sharp, too loud, too sudden. "No." The word cracked across the lake, echoing. Then she screamed. No words, just a sound. Piercing. Animal. The kind of sound that bursts instinct before thought. The brothers ran. The scream followed. But the sound never changed direction. As though she never left the water. They didn't stop until they reached the car. They reported it. Police said they would send someone. But when officers checked the shoreline, they found no footprints. No wet drag marks. No belongings. And no signs anyone had been in that lake in the last 24 hours. Just one detail the sheriff mentioned without thinking. That reservoir is 160 feet deep in the middle. No one stays down there that long. The warning. Asha didn't sleep that night. She lay in bed, the ceiling fan clicking softly, trying to convince herself that what she saw at the river was just imagination. Just light on the water. Just a girl taking a swim. But the memory wouldn't let her rest. The girl had not blinked. Not once. She had simply stared and smiled. By morning, Asha was already dressed when her mother knocked on her door. "You're up early," her mother said, sounding almost surprised. Asha forced a smile. "Couldn't sleep." Her mother paused, studying her. "Don't go near the river today." Asha froze. Her mother's tone wasn't casual. It was a warning, a knowing one. Asha swallowed. "Why?" Her mother didn't answer at first. Instead, she moved closer and lowered her voice, like the walls might hear her. "There are things in this town you don't look at twice, Asha. Things that look back." Asha's heart dropped. Before she could ask more, her mother simply walked away. At school, Asha told herself she was overreacting. Just nerves. Just sleep deprivation. But when she sat down beside Ella and Malik on the balcony that overlooked the football field, she saw it immediately. They were different. Ella's fingers tapped her desk in a steady, unnatural rhythm, like a metronome. Malik stared blankly at the field below, not daydreaming, not bored, but vacant. Like he had no thoughts behind his eyes at all. "You guys okay?" Asha asked carefully. Ella turned to her, smiling too wide, too sharp. "Oh, we're fine," she said softly. "We're better than fine." Malik's head turned slowly to join the conversation, the movement too uniform, as though his body was following a rhythm only he could hear. "She said we should come back tonight," Malik whispered. Asha's chest tightened. "Who?" she asked. But she already knew. Ella leaned forward, the same chilling smile stretching her face. "The girl in the river." Asha felt cold all over. "You saw her again?" Ella nodded. "She told us her name." Asha forced air into her lungs. "What did she say?" Ella's voice softened to a whisper. "She said she used to live here. And she said you belong to the water too." Asha stood up so quickly her chair nearly toppled. "No," she said, her voice shaking. "We're not going back there. Something is wrong with that river. You both know it." Malik blinked, slowly, like something waking up behind his eyes. "She smiled at us," he murmured. "She was happy to see us. Why would we ignore that?" Because it wasn't a human smile, Asha wanted to say. Because it felt like a door opening where no door should be. Instead, she whispered, "Please, don't go." Ella stared at her for a long, quiet moment, expression flat, studying her. Then she smiled again, and it was worse than before. "You'll come too," Ella said gently. "She said you have to be there." Asha's pulse picked up. "No." Ella's smile didn't falter. "She said she already chose you." Whispers of the old river. After school, Asha didn't go home. She couldn't. Not with Ella's smile still echoing in her mind. Instead, she walked to the oldest part of the town, the side where the roads cracked and the houses looked tired. The part people avoided unless they had to be there. Her steps led her to one place. The town library. It wasn't large. It smelled like dust and old wood and things that had been forgotten. Asha had been there many times, but today, the quiet felt watchful. Like the building knew why she came. She walked straight to the counter. Mr. Osei, the librarian, looked up. His eyes were sharp, too sharp for someone who barely moved from that desk. "You look troubled," he said calmly. Asha swallowed. "But I need to know about the river." The librarian's expression did not change. But his hand, the one holding his pen, froze. "Which part of it?" he asked quietly. Asha hesitated. "The girl." Her voice was barely a breath. "The girl in the water." The librarian closed the book in front of him very slowly. "Come," he said. And he stood. He led her to a back room she'd never noticed. A room without windows, filled with old journals, photographs, and maps. Things that didn't belong in normal history books. Mr. Osei pulled out a thin, worn photograph and placed it on the table. Asha's breath caught. It was a group picture, children by the riverbank, smiling, splashing. And there, in the corner of the image, was the girl. The same face, the same smile. But the photo was dated 31 years ago. Asha whispered, "She should be grown now. She should be alive." Mr. Osei finished for her. "No, she drowned." Asha felt her blood turn cold. "How?" she asked. Mr. Osei didn't answer right away. His voice was low when he finally spoke. She wasn't supposed to go into that part of the river, he said. No one was. But she heard something calling her. Laughing. Singing. No one could stop her. Asha's chest tightened. Her name was Naya, the librarian continued. She was bright. Everyone loved her. And when she drowned, he inhaled slowly. The river didn't give her back. Asha stared at the photograph. The girl's smile was the same one she had seen yesterday. Alive, sharp, too knowing. What does she want? Asha whispered. The librarian finally looked directly at her. Companions, he said. The river is quiet. It wants voices. And it uses her face to call them. Asha's knees felt weak. Your friend saw her, he said softly. And now she knows you saw her too. Asha's heart pounded hard against her ribs. She won't stop, he said. Not until you answer the call.